Sorry about that. Live, just waiting for one to get up on the website, and then we will be go. Okay. All right, we are go.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Professional Services Committee meeting with ALCOSAN. Today is January 11th, 2024. We will begin today with a roll call. Ms. Preston, would you please do that for us?
Yes, Emily Kincaid.
Here.
Dr. Shanna Tharp-Gilliam.
Present.
Sylvia Wilson.
Here. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to informational items. We have two. The first is a request for qualifications for the ALCOSAN chimney inspection. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, chimney inspection time has come around again. We are simply giving you notification that this project is coming up. The Director of Engineering and Construction is going to give you a little bit of background. Kim?
Thank you, Arletta, Madam Chair. So to Arletta's point, we're going to issue a request for qualification soon for a chimney inspection for our chimney associated with the incinerator. This is required every 5 years, and what we will ask for is a Class 2 inspection, which just means that the exterior and the interior will be inspected, and then the firm needs to, following the inspection, produce a report that makes recommendations for next steps, if any, to make sure that our chimney is in good working order. So to that end, I would expect that RFQ would be on the streets in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, thank you. All right, our second item is a request for qualifications again for the Allegheny River Tunnel. Ms. Williams?
Madam Chair, how amazing is this? We're talking about our second tunnel in my lifetime. Wow. And as many of you have heard me chart the growth of the program and consent decree compliance by Tyler's age before Tyler turns 30. Woohoo! Yeah. So we are definitely on track. This is, all jokes aside, of course, a significant milestone. And once again, the Director of Engineering and Construction will speak to it. Kim?
Thank you, Arletta. Madam Chair. This is a pretty big milestone. We're going for the second one. I am going to share my screen, possibly. So can everybody see that?
Yes.
So this is the preliminary route of the Allegheny River Tunnel. And just to orient everybody, this is the green is the Ohio River Tunnel. So, and the orange is the Mon. So they the confluence is right here. We call that AS1 or Access Shaft 1. So this is, like I said, at the 20% design phase. And what we're looking for now is the final design team to take that 20% design and take it to final design and biddable documents. And then the only other thing I would mention here is that this consolidation sewer is already under design. We advanced this design, I think in 2022. We did that procurement because of some other activities happening in that area. But what's shown in blue is what will be part of the request for qualifications for the final design of the Allegheny River Tunnel. we would expect, now, question is, oh, how do I stop sharing? So we would expect the request to go out, sometime in the next, 4 to 5 weeks. But what I want to do is actually come back at the February professional services meeting and give a little bit more detail, because this is such a big opportunity and such a big project. So we're not going to rush this one. We're going to kind of put it out there now and then come back with a little bit more detail at the February as an informational item at the February professional services meeting. But if you had any questions now, I'd be happy to take them.
I don't think so. This is something we've been waiting for, but I don't think.
Yep.
I think I'll be just waiting to hear what kind of more additional detail you'll share with us next month. Okay, thank you. All right, we're going to move now into the action items. The first, a motion to recommend the approval of the following service authorization to T2 Utility Engineers. And this is to perform the scope of services for underground utility locating services. The amount is not to exceed $902,000. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, this is another one of those services that is relatively self-explanatory. In November, you awarded the contract to T2. You authorized us to negotiate a fee. If it is not completely understandable, the Director of Regional Conveyance, Mike Lichta, will speak to it. Mike, explain it all.
Yeah, thank you, Arletta, Madam Chair. Yeah, just to re-summarize, we awarded this back in November, as Arletta stated. We receive about 3,000 tickets a year from various entities doing underground construction. By law, these are required to be either cleared or marked. This is a 2-year ticket, 2-year procurement with the option for a 3rd year. Since November, we've been working with T2 to develop a consistent price, which is consistent to prior pricing that we've received. Represents a slight reduction of amounts, given that we've fine-tuned our efforts with them. So we recommend award at $902,000.
Okay, thank you. All right, do we have any questions or comments on this before we vote? All right, not hearing anything. Could I have a motion and a second to approve, to recommend this to the rest of the board?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. It'll be recommended. Our next item is a motion to recommend the approval of modification of service authorization 340 for Gannett Fleming for work associated with the final design services. And this is for the Oakdale Pump Station and Sewer Replacement Project. This amount will not exceed, is not expected to exceed $759,430. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, in 2019, August of 2019, the board awarded a contract to Gannett Fleming for 3 pump stations. The Oakdale Pump Station has moved forward to the extent that this modification of the authorization is required. Again, Mike will explain to you what is going to be done by Gannett Fleming. Mike?
Thank you, Arletta. Madam Chair. Yeah, this is recommendation for final design of the Oakdale Pump Station, equalization tank, a wet weather pump station, and approximately 6,000 feet of gravity sewer. As Arletta stated, in 2019, we authorized Gannett Fleming to create basis of design documents for 3 pump stations under consideration for transfer under the regionalization program. Subsequent to these basis of design documents being delivered in 2020, we've had extensive discussions with the municipalities tributary to the Oakdale Pump Station. These municipalities are North Fayette, South Fayette, Oakdale, and McDonald. As a result of these extensive discussions, we, in conjunction with Babs Calland, our solicitor, as well as the solicitors from the municipalities, have developed a term sheet which lays out a path forward for the transfer of these facilities, as well as conducting improvements to the pump stations and associated facilities. The term sheet also establishes cost shares between the municipalities and ALCOSAN and sets forth a schedule to construct a new pump station, EQ facility, wet weather pump station, and associated sewer lines. As of this date, I'm very pleased to report that all municipalities are signed the term sheet. They're all on board with our process, and we are now in a good position to move forward with final design. As Gannett Fleming has been a partner throughout the preliminary design, as well as the negotiation process, as well as they're the most familiar with everything we've accomplished so far in Oakdale, we are recommending a modification to their original service authorization in the amount of $759,430. This will be to complete all permitting for the project, as well as take us through final design and give us biddable contract documents to complete this work, hopefully slated by 2028, 2029. We'll have this all complete and designed and constructed. So.
Sounds great to me. Any questions or comments? All right, hearing none, can we get this approved, please?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. We will recommend both of these items in our board meeting this month later. And we have no new business, and it looks like we will adjourn, but our next meeting will be February the 8th. And I want to thank everybody for being here today.
Thank you.
And
Thank
thank
you
you
today.
for all your work. Yes, thank you for all your work, folks. All right, good day.